Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Hamza, Optimus, Ginger, Dhruv, congratulations, boys. What a wild finish to a wild week. We absolutely murdered it here at My Stock Life this week. As you guys well know, we were crushing puts all week. Today the T came back. Obviously the market just started ripping. What's up, Kyle? How you guys doing? Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. So let's get into it real quick. I mean, amazing week. If you scroll out on this. I came into today with a huge bearish bias. Why? What's up, Keshav? How you doing, bro? Came into this week with a huge bearish bias. Why? Because all the longer term charts say bear, right? So what happens? We're still just in this bear flag. So this is why I was warning you guys at the end of the day. Don't get too heavy into calls. You don't know this is the bottom yet. What's up, J-Dub? How you doing, brother? Appreciate it. Um, so basically, all we needed to hold was Monday's low, 420. Was it 60? So it's 76. 420, 76 was Monday's low. We never even took out any low, guys. So is this the bottom? I don't know. Why don't I know? The daily looks like it's just a bear flag. The weekly looks pretty ugly as well. Let's just ignore today for a little bit, guys. Let's go into the longer term trend here. Weekly is at the 50-day moving average. We held it. We closed above it. You see how they saved the candle? So when you guys hear me about... What's up, Andrew? How you doing? When you guys hear me talking about painting the weekly candles and the daily candles, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Let's get rid of these levels here. We'll get a new analysis next week. But you see how all week we were dangling around there. Wait, let me show you guys something. So the 50-day moving average is at 432.11, guys. 432.11. We were under 432.11 and under the 200. Oh, we did close 440.07. We closed. So we not only held the 50-day on the weekly, we regained the 200-day on the daily. So that's very bullish action. But if you scroll out, this is a bear flag. This is a bear flag, or this is just dumping. We held it maybe weekly consolidation, maybe just a bull flag. We have to wait and see. Monthly on SPY as well. Just looks absolutely perfect. Look at this. Still in the uptrend. Everything is held. We closed this month at 441.92. The 8-day moving average was at 440.96. We saved the 8-day moving average on the monthly. We saved the 50-day on the weekly. And we saved the 200-day on the daily. All with today's action, guys. That's how they paint candles. That's what I mean about painting candles. If you look back in history, all they're going to see on this week, if someone looks at a weekly chart, they're going to say, oh, they closed it above the 50-day, right? They're not going to know the carnage that we went through to save this 50-day. But that's what I mean. And next week, let's see, be nimble. I hope you guys didn't take too much longs. I hope you didn't take too many shorts because we're still in no man's land here. If they decide to bring us back down, which is completely possible, this is still just a bear flag, and we are right at the top of the bear flag. So I'm not saying get too bearish. I'm not saying get too bullish. For now, we're in a bear flag. If we are running up, if we're running up like this, let's find a good example here. SPY's a hard one. It doesn't really bull flag much, but you guys know what a bull flag is. So straight up, consolidate sideways. This is a bull flag. So right now what we're doing is the exact opposite, which is a bear flag. So longer term, this is still a bear market. We're still in a downtrend. If we don't see follow through on Monday, I will be even more convinced we're going lower. If we follow through today's high on Monday, I'm back fully bullish. I think the bottom's in. That's my plan. Monday, take out today's high, back to bull market. Monday, if we don't take out today's high, back to bear market. What's up, Ricky? How you doing? Very simple plan, very simple. We have to wait till Monday to see. I mean, if you guys loaded longs today or loaded leaps or loaded anything like that, if Russia invades Ukraine this weekend, the whole market's gone anyways. What's up, dude? How you doing? Candle printer lets me sell my SPY green. Let's see, bro. I have no idea if we open green or red on Monday. It's 50-50 at this point. I'm going to delete all these lines. Don't need them anymore. Same thing, bear flag, QQQ. Same thing, bear flag, XLF. Longer term time frames still bear flagging. We got this clear trend line support here on XLF. I think I drew that on the weekly there, and we're still below it, or we saved it. So they saved all these candles. I told you guys on SPY they saved the 200-day on the daily, they saved the 50-day on the weekly, and they saved the 8-day on the monthly, just with today, just today alone. So they painted all these candles. When you look back From a year from now, you're going to look at the chart, you're going to be like, oh, that was a bullish week. They don't know what kind of carnage we went through to get to this week, right? So just keep that in mind. Short term, today, bullish. Monday on, I have no idea. And if you look at this chart, this is all the only chart you need to know. Why would they bottom it here? Why is IWM going to bottom here? Please, somebody tell me. Is there any support, anything you see? I see a gap down here at 163. Other than that, still bearish. What's up, Yash? What's up, Nels? How you doing? Wild, wild day. So again, I'll just go over it for the new members here. Big dump down. We saved the 200-day on the SPY on the daily. We saved the 50-day moving average on the weekly and the monthly 8-day, all in just today. So that's all I want to say. But we saved all the moving averages, but we're still in a clear bear flag. Let's see. Monday, higher than today's high. Bullish. Don't break today's high on Monday. I'm still in bear market mode. It's all about Monday now. ESF absolutely just destroyed through all of my levels here. As you guys see this morning, we were really struggling around some of my supports. Formed kind of an inverse head and shoulders almost here. And then just ripped up. Took a little break, took a little breather. Then sucked in as many bears. This was the dirtiest move I've seen in a while. Sucked in as many bears as it could on this move down. I had 187 puts on IWS in my lotto. Those went 0.1 to 0.33, I believe. I almost got 200% on them. And look at this. And people said the V-shaped recovery was last year. I mean, this is insane move. And Goldman came in, called out. He said all the bears have stop losses at high of day. We're going to take out high of day. This was back here, he called it, guys. I took 438 calls on SPY for 35 cents. We took them up all the way to here. We were selling them for 75, over 100%. And then it just kept going. I did not expect this move. Boogie said keep an eye on SPX 4400s under 2. They went to $1.90. I watched them go to $1.90. They didn't give us any chance after that. We went straight from $1.90 to $2.50 on the ask. And then they went up over 20 bucks, guys. So keep an eye on Boogie. When he calls out SPX, he knows what he's doing. Pay attention to him. VIX completely crushed today. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a bull. VIX had a bull flag going. Why did it have a bull flag going? Big run up, flagging, and it was holding the 8-day moving average on every close. Today we broke below it. I'll get rid of these now. We broke below it and we closed below the 8-day moving average. So let's see if it sets a higher low. What do I mean by higher low? Everyone that comes every day knows what I'm talking about. But anyone new in here, we put in a low here. We put in a high here, right? Then we put in a higher low and a higher high here. So now we have to wait for it to come down. Where will it set its higher low? And then do we get a higher high? That's what we have to wait for on VIX right now. They're not going to take VIX. I don't think. It's a very less chance that they take it all the way down and break this low of 1736. So any low that they put in on VIX is just going to be a higher low, which means more volatility to come. So that's another reason I'm telling you not to take too many leaps or get too long monthlies out and stuff like that. Like, nothing has changed, guys. We're still the same. It was a very bullish day indeed. We did close above the levels we needed to close above. But still, we're still in a bear flag. Anything's possible on Monday. I'm telling you, if Russia invades Ukraine this weekend, your calls are not going to open green on Monday. That's all I'm going to tell you. SPX saved the 200-day moving average, 44.35. We closed today at 44.31. So actually, we did not get above the 200-day on the SPX, whereas the daily on SPY closed above the 200-day moving average. That's kind of weird. I don't know the correlation there, but SPX couldn't save it. Let's see if they saved the weekly on this one. So SPX, SPY saved all of them. They saved the 50-day moving average on the weekly. And let's see if they saved the 8-day on the monthly. 8-day on the monthly is 4438. They didn't save the 8-day moving average on the monthly or the 200-day on the daily on SPX, guys. So that's something to pay attention to for next week. Amazon here. This is something that I'm very happy. Like I was just testing something. So if you guys watch the Bollinger Bands here, I'm going to get rid of all these levels. I'll do them again. So these are the weekly Bollinger Bands. What happens is this is a higher limit, this is a lower limit, and then that little blue line in the middle is the mean. That's where the stocks usually go to the mean, right? So whenever it's 2 above, it usually revisits the mean. Whenever it's 2 below, it usually revisits the mean. This week, what was very interesting into yesterday, Well, I guess it didn't even work, I guess. So the Bollinger Bands opened up. The whole candle closed outside the Bollinger Bands for this week. And that's the first time in this entire pattern that you'll find a whole weekly candle close outside for Amazon. So it'll be very interesting to watch this next week. I want to see if does it get back inside the Bollinger Bands or does it continue just to fall. It's a new thing for me. I don't use Bollinger Bands that often. I will be watching. We'll see what happens. Daily well inside again. Amazon earnings next week. More big tech earnings next week. And do we break out from all these bear flags? We have bear flags across the board on a lot of stuff, guys. Most of big tech is all in a bear flag, as you see here. Bear flag again, just big dump down. Now it's just consolidating. Do we rip back up or do we rip down and break the lows? We'll see on Monday. I have no idea where this market goes on Monday. I'm not going to lie to you. Google earnings next week. Same kind of story. Weekly doesn't look too good. We saved the 50-day moving average. Daily bear flag under the 200-day moving average. So we have to watch. Next week is going to be very, very key in what this market does in short term. Don't be surprised by a gap up on Monday. Don't be surprised by a gap down. Tesla held the 200-day moving average today. Do we hold it next week? I have no idea. They had great earnings. Everything was great on their earnings call. Beaten revenue, beat EPS, beat everything. Raised guidance, and still they dumped it. Like they dumped it from 935 all the way to 792 low today. So let's see if Tesla can hold this 200-day moving average. Last time it broke below it, it kind of just dangled around it and then went on a big rip. So if you're looking for Tesla equity, I don't think it's a super bad idea here just to start scaling in maybe. I'm going to wait myself personally. I'm going to wait till trends change. I'll pay a little extra for a confirmed trade. That's just my style. That's probably the smartest way to do it. I'm not trying to bottom pick, but watch Tesla's 800-day or 200-day moving average next week. If it hangs on to it all week, maybe it's time to start scaling in equity. Walmart, super ugly chart as well. Head and neck posted this morning. Took a little starter and puts for next week. Very small starter. If Monday we gap down, these Walmart puts are going to pay big. Why? Because under this support, there's no support all the way until 124. We have 132 puts. It's just a starter. On Monday, if we do gap up, I'm not going to touch these. I'll just leave them alone. I only have a few starter position, like I said. And let's see what happens Monday. Obviously, big bounce off the support line here today. Huge bounce all the way up to 137. And we have to wait till Monday to see where she goes. Mara. So these kinds of stocks are fun because you have a chance to watch it over the weekend. You can't really watch your options on other trades over the weekend. But Mara right here is right at support. If crypto dumps this weekend, it'll be a good indication of where futures will open up on Monday. Constructions and expansions of the outer walls tells me more about the marking of all time. Exactly, Keshav, you're right. So what we're watching on Mara here is huge support here at 1830. As long as if we break under 1830, there's a big drop at least to 14 bucks in my opinion. So this weekend, watch Bitcoin. If it rips, it'll give you a good example of gap up on Monday. If it dumps, it might be a gap down on Monday. What's up, Tonka? How you doing, brother? So make sure you're watching Bitcoin this weekend. JPM ripper at the end of the day, but again, guys, look at this chart. Like, if you want to adjust it, you can adjust it. If you want to do anything, you can do anything. I don't really know. But basically, right now, it's just bear flags across the table. I could not tell you what happens Friday. If you look at a 4-hour chart, this looks like it's just back testing the bear flag breakdown. So if we are red on Monday, JPM will come and take out the lows again. So literally, I can't really tell you if I'm bullish or bearish right now. We're in complete bear flags. A lot of them have broken down. Today was bullish. Bear markets have huge rallies. Like this is typical rally of a bear market. When it starts ripping up like that, that means shorts are covering. That's not just all buyers, guys. That's shorts covering. That's buyers. That's people getting out. Like it's a mess. That's why it's so volatile straight to the upside. So today reminds me of a typical bear market rally. Other than that, we have to wait till Monday. I jumped in this pins with T. I mean, this guy's been nailing every single trade that he touches for the last couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks. And I seen him jump in heavy on these pins $30 calls for February. I looked out There's a solid support. I already had a line drawn at 26 bucks. Solid support from way back in 2020 before COVID and July after COVID. And we're sitting right there and we're oversold. I mean, he nailed ATVI. I don't know. Maybe he knows something. Maybe he knows someone at Pinterest. Maybe he uses Pinterest a lot. I have no idea, but I took a small position with him. Let's see if his luck stays there. Last one we'll go over here is SE Growth Company, super weak. I tell you guys this every day. In a downtrend, we have to break over the 8-day moving average and set higher lows and change the trend. We still haven't seen that yet. That's why I still haven't entered any equity. I haven't averaged down at all. I'm just waiting for it. As soon as SE crosses the 8-day moving average and then it sets its higher low, that's when I'll enter equity on SE and a few others that I have already. I'll average down. Not too worried though. I mean, my portfolios are all hedged. If we go down further, those hedges, I'll take them off and I'll use those profits to buy more equity. That's just kind of how I deal with my equity. Other people like other kinds of strategies. I know Ricky doesn't hedge that much at all. So just find what's comfortable for you and use that. I mean, there's nothing more I can really tell you, but for now, we're still under the 8-day moving averages on everything. Despite 1 day of rip, it does not mean we're back bullish, guys. I can do shop and MA as well. Yes, I can. Shopify, big mover this week. I mean, when it rips, it really runs, guys. It's the exact same thing as SE. Like, I changed the chart. I can't even tell I changed the chart. Let me show you guys this. So let's go. Okay, so we have a clear downtrend, right? Like I said, clear downtrends. In clear downtrends, what happens? Stocks bounce to their 8-day moving average. So we started a downtrend way back here, right? They bounce to their 8-day, straight down. Bounce to the 8-day, straight down. 8-day, down, 8-day, down, 8-day, down. So until it clears 9/18/55, unless it closes over 9/18/55, it's still in a downtrend. It doesn't matter how bullish it was today. It went up 56 points today. Doesn't matter. As long as it's under 9/18, no bueno. It's still in a downtrend. I still wouldn't enter any kind of equity. I don't need to catch bottoms. I need to catch the meat of the move. If anyone tells you they're trying to catch bottoms, just stop following them. I'm telling you right now. MA absolute ripper today. So, but look where we are. This is why Yash likes this play a lot. I trust Yash. He's a great trader. I stopped out of mine personally just because the market was so strong. And I already had a couple shorts on, right? So my reasoning was my account's different than his. He has profits. I have profits, but I already have JPM puts. So I'm already exposed to puts for next week. So I had to manage mine. That's why I stopped out of mine. But Yash seen something. He's a very good trader. I had this high right here. As soon as it broke this high, I took a 15% loss. I'm out. I'll hit the next one. I hit SPY calls at the end of the day, made up for that loss right away. But what he sees, I'm not sure exactly what he sees. Obviously, it's his trade. But there's this big megaphone pattern going on in MasterCard, and we closed right at the top of it. So if we gap down on Monday, don't be surprised. We could gap down and come back right down and test that 373 on Monday itself. So this play could work, could not work. We have to see Monday. There's nothing else I can say. What's up, Croblata? How you doing? I can do Ford. So they have earnings next week, I believe on Thursday. I do have a little bit of equity. And as you see, I already have the lines drawn here. There's huge volume in between $19 and 20 bucks. A little over 20, it looks like. $19 and $20.30. Very strong demand range. Every time it comes down here, there's buyers and sellers. So right now we're in a chop range in Ford. Until we break above $20.30, we're back bullish. If we break below $19 and hold, we're bearish. That's simple. That's as simple as I can put it. Today, it probably would have ran because of the Ford CEO was on stage with Biden for the Build Back Better program. But they paid out their dividends, so that probably held the stock back a little bit. Let's see earnings next Thursday. Let's see how they do, and that's probably a short-term direction of this one. I went over all the requests. I hope you guys had a great week. Thank you guys if you're in my stock life. You guys have been great. I can do NVIDIA too. I'll do NVIDIA, then I'm out. I gotta go win some money at poker. NVIDIA, let's go over NVIDIA. Same thing as all the charts, guys. It's almost similar. Like if I didn't go over your individual chart, I'm sorry, I don't have that much time, but They all look exactly the same. They're all in downtrends. They're all rejecting the 8-day moving average. It's the exact same thing as SE. It's the exact same thing as SHOP. We're still in downtrends on all these stocks, guys. Like nothing has changed at all. With 1 day of action, 1 day bullish doesn't mean anything. So we've been in a downtrend so long. This was a trick out right here where it closed above the 8-day moving average, but you see right back below, reject at 8-day. Right back below, reject at 8-day. So now Nvidia, to start an uptrend again, what we need on Nvidia is a close above close above 235 on Nvidia, and that's where you look for a higher low. We have to form. So this is the low. We need to put in the high here. Now we need a higher low and a higher high. And that's how you know the daily trend is changing back in the favor of the bulls. That's the only time I would start entering equity. I don't just blindly pick bottoms. It's the dumbest thing in the world if you ask me. If anyone says they pick bottoms or tops, just unfollow them. Stop talking to them. They don't know what they're doing. Trust me. Other than that, thank you guys for attending. I hope you had a great week like I did. IWM puts really just crushed it this week. And I will see you guys on Monday.